If you only knew is the game. I'm going to ask you some rapid-fire questions. Okay. Proudest accomplishment?
I would say the Troop thing because it's to say, and then the other one would be, the late night appearance. Tonight Show is very cool.
Jimmy Fallon sort of has been a big part of...
He's been a huge part of my career. I met him at a comedy club, The Stand. He just randomly walked in. Uh-huh. And then that's how the relationship
So he walks in, you're on stage, or?
It was before the show started, and I was already down there, and then I just started talking to him, and he stayed and watched the show. And then left after that. I didn't hear from him. And then a month later, I got an offer to do late night when he was doing a late night. And then we just kept from there.
That's amazing. This is supposed to be rapid fire, but
I like to just I'm
not doing the rapid fire right. Food you can't seem to stomach.
There's stuff, I don't know, tomatoes.
Okay. Something that scares you.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes. Yeah. Funniest or strangest fan encounter? Other than Olivia.
Other than Olivia. I had someone once tell me that she said I wasn't funny. Let me start it by saying this is at an elk lodge. And you've done shows, I did this show at an elk lodge. She told me I'm like too boring because I'm low energy. So she's like, you're not exciting. And I should be like a Spider-Man and get webs, wear webs, and I'll be like the Spider-Man comic. So every punchline, I shoot webs out on the crowd. And then that way they know. She was having trouble finding where my punchlines were.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. And so I shoot these webs out at her and out of the crowd. And she's like, just do that.
You should do that.
Not
actually comedy, though. That's just...
Yeah. Did Spider-Man comment.
I love the deadpan, though. Is there an art to... there must be a specific art to delivering a deadpan joke.
Yeah, it's...
Without webs.
Without webs. It's I don't know. I think it's your timing. It's a lot of your personality. It's the way I am. And if I feel like I'm getting too much, I can feel like you start feeling like you try too much. So then you got to tone it down.
What's the most starstruck you've ever been?
I mean, this could be big. I'm a big Tom Green fan.
Have you met Seinfeld? Or?
I've met Seinfeld. I haven't met. I've never met him. Seinfeld would be it. Would be the one where I wouldn't know what to do.
It's a strange thing though when that starts to happen. I know that always flipped me out. Like I remember the first time I met Jimmy Fallon. I was at Saturday Night Live, and I just sort of become a stuttering, don't know what.
Yeah, you don't know how to. I met Tom Hanks once. And that was pretty crazy. Yeah, that was really
An animal you wish you could talk to.
Like a llama. I think a llama would have some fun stories, because they interact with people and not, they kind of are on both sides of, they get their legs in both sides of the world. Because they can be pets, but then they can also be in the wild, so I think I'd love to just talk about their journey, how they got to this family.
I could see a llama being very deadpan as well.
Yeah. I think it could be a nightmare. I could want it, and then you're in it, and you're like, this is not good at all.
Might almost sound like you.
Yes, and then it gets very boring, and then.
Place we would find you on a day off.
A golf course.
Where do you like to golf the most?
I golf in Nashville. I've golfed at Pebble Beach, that's one of the coolest, in Ireland, in Dublin.
I asked you favorite comedian already. You said Seinfeld. Is that your favorite stand-up comedian today? Or?
I would say I'm a big, Bill Burr is obviously. Burr's I think the best. So right now, but yeah.
Someone you wish you could switch places with for a day.
I don't know. Larry King. I mean, what's it? Just if you could get in there, just all the stories he had. I like stories. So
Done it all.
He's done it all. So just to get in and then remember it all.
Right.
And then you get back out.
Oh, I didn't even factor that in.
It'd be the remembering.
You switch places with them, but then you have all that information.
Memories. So then you just get to be like, man, that's crazy, and just be like, wow, yeah.
That's good. Something you long believed to be true, but then realized was not true.
My dad told me when I was growing up that I can't sleep with my socks on because my feet couldn't breathe. So I believed that for a long time. And I still don't really sleep with my socks, but then I've learned that that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, your feet don't breathe.
They don't breathe. So
they don't breathe.
But I thought about it for a long time, and I wouldn't sleep with socks on. I still don't. because it's still in the back of my head.
I do sleep with my socks on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I get like sometimes my feet get cold.
Yeah.
If I don't.
I go half under the covers sometimes. I used to not ever put them out under the covers, and it was because of an episode of Rescue 911. Do you remember that show?
Yeah.
And it showed a guy broke into a lady's house, and her feet were out, and he started like rubbing her feet. And so I saw that when I was a kid, and I'm scared to put my feet out of the covers because I'm that guy.
I just don't like putting them out because my feet get cold.
Oh, mine's because a guy would break into my house and rub them.
Yeah, well, that's even worse.
Same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze in 10 years. 10 years from now.
10 years from now. Probably back into just the moving company I worked for Florida Comedy. I think this will all fall apart. And I like to keep one foot. I still talk to those people to keep one foot into that door, and so I can always come back and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Maybe put out a couple more specials, and just good as a comic.
I don't think you'll be going back to the moving company.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.